Alright guys, welcome back to another 3 Knees Down episode. I just wanted to do a quick update on the community build and just address a few questions that have been asked and some feedback that's been given to me on the whole process and what's going on and everything. So first, let me announce that 1977 Mopeds has decided to come up and sponsor this build. So I'm really happy to have them on board and excited to see what they can bring as far as materials and stuff and options for us to use in this build. So really happy. Thanks Dan and the 1977 crew for helping out with this build. Look forward to working with you guys. So with that out of the way, I wanted to address some of the questions that have been cropping up about how this whole thing is working out and the way that things are going to be handled as far as the build goes. Because it seems like everyone has a different idea on how to handle this and their thoughts about it. So let me just address some things right now so that way everyone's on the same page. So the reason why I'm doing an AV10 Motorbicon build is because I didn't know exactly what everyone, how everyone would react to this whole build. So I didn't want to end up buying a bunch of Motorbicon parts and then, you know, just being left with all these parts and nobody wanted to take part in the community build. So at least I can save some of the stuff and use it for myself if all else fails. Second, another reason why the Motorbicon was chosen is because of Edward and Tyler. So they've done work on Motorbicons and they know it in and out. So that also coincides with why I didn't have you guys pick the bike or the frame or anything like that, because I need to know in advance who's going to be the guru, and I have to select that person prior to the whole series. So if you guys pick the Derby, I've never worked on a Derby engine. Granted, I can figure it out, but I want to give you guys the best showing and quality of how to put together a Derby engine or use a Derby frame as your build. So you know, I have to sort of pre-select some things and make sure that the guru is okay with being in the series, is able to work and film and do all those things with the bike and give you guys the best possible build and quality material so you guys can learn from that. So that's why I went with the Motorbicon frame and the AV10 engine. So as another issue that's come up is how the voting and parts are selected. I sort of went through this as an experiment because it's kind of difficult to judge and get everyone's minds to pick the same thing, if you know what I'm saying. So if I let you guys pick anything in the world to use on this build, we're gonna have a list that's so long and parts may not be compatible with each other, so it's gonna be really difficult to put them together without having anything conflict or having to do some special stuff or things that I've never done or worked on before. So that's why the list is the way that it is, and I might open that up actually going into the next couple of videos for this series. So some people were suggesting different kinds of wheels and tires, different styles of bikes and stuff, different parts and what have you. So I want to get your guys' suggestions on those parts when it comes to those more stylistic things. I think what I'm going to do, and I'm gonna have to build this because nothing like it really exists, is sort of a suggestion box. So you guys, that light keeps going out. You guys are going to put in suggestions of anything. Say you wanted to see like, I I don't know, a big front wheel and a small rear wheel. And so I have this idea. I'll put it up on the link that I give you guys, and you can put that in there as a suggestion. Maybe even add a graphic or a video or a link or something, so that way you can better illustrate what you want done to the bike for the community. And then people will see that suggestion and they can upvote it or downvote it. So if it's a really high voted requested suggestion, then I'll bring it into the community build, and we can all I can work on it and then share it with you guys. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do moving forward. If you guys like that idea, please let me know. Otherwise I'll just go back to just selecting parts that are compatible and building the straw poll based on those parts and your guys' feedback. One last thing. I know you guys know that I'm a race guy and I build race motorbicons and race bikes and stuff. I really don't want this to end up being a race build. So luckily the parts, the way that the parts are looking, it doesn't look like it's going to go immediately into a race bike or a fairing bike. So I'll probably leave the suggestion of a full fairing off for now. If you guys really want that, then just say so and I'll do it. But I don't want to build yet another race bike. I would like this to be at least a street bike or even a dirt bike or some weird chopper or whatever you guys want to come up with. But just my suggestion to stay away from another race bike. So we have something interesting on the channel and something interesting that everyone else can go and look at and probably attempt to build on their own if they wanted to. So those are all the issues that have come up so far. Really, thank you for the feedback, guys. I truly appreciate it, because it's only going to make this series a lot better in the future and make it easier for you guys to communicate with me on what you want to see in the build, and anything interesting that'll pop up in your heads, so you guys can translate that to me, and then we'll put that into the build and it'll be awesome. And on another note, the first voting parts came in. So we could have our cases and our Melosi 50cc air-cooled cylinder. I'm really excited about this because I've never worked with this cylinder. I've never actually seen it off of a bike or held it in my hands until now. So it's pretty awesome. And we have these TMMP stock AV10 cases that we're going to case match with this. So all that's left for me to do is order the crankshaft. I completely forgot to do that, which is fine because Treats still doesn't have the FAG bearings. So we're going to order some FAG bearings. I'm going to order some nice Viton seals to use with this build, and get to case matching, and I'll put up the next suggestions and poll based off of what you guys want to see on the build. And what will be compatible with the AV10 engine. So it'll probably be the intake, carburetor setup, and the exhaust. So that'll be up for the voting. And as for suggestions, I'll try and make a suggestion box kind of thing, but it might take me a little while, so I can get your guys' opinions on how the bike should be styled. For instance, like monoshock or dual shock or shock through the frame, or a different kind of fork setup, maybe Britain V1000 style, I don't know. But those are the things that I kind of want to see you guys suggest within reason, and put it into this build. And if it comes out to be a normal bike that's pretty much run-of-the-mill, I'm fine with that too. Whatever you guys want. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the feedback. Let me know what you guys think coming up for the build, for the channel, anything else. You can hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Moped Army, YouTube, wherever you can find me. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.